maybe we can get the political stuff out of the way. LA riots. I'll share my screen with you guys to make sure that we
Who's
see
talking
what's
that nigga into? Wait, hold on, goddamn.
What?
Oh shit! The man put a chocolate soldier on this motherfucker.
He a Marine. He a Marine.
This nigga don't fight with us.
He is.
Hey.
He a Marine. He in the Marine Corps.
What the fuck?
Yes, he is.
That
Yes,
nigga was
he
outside
is.
for this whole pitch.
That nigga look like he been in one of them porta potties with 2Ks.
Y'all are so mean.
But this is some of what's happening with the rioting, the looting, the migrants, the protests, and all of that.
You can hear the alarms going off as a crowd of people broke into a jewelry store on 6th and Broadway just before midnight. It's not clear what those looters might have gotten away with or if any of them were arrested. But take a look at this video, because about a half hour later, we did see police detaining at least a couple people a couple blocks away. The Apple store here was ransacked. There were items all over the floor and sidewalk. A few of the glass windows and doors were shattered, and there was a lot of graffiti left behind. Now, across the street from here, there was also an Adidas store that was broken into, and that's actually the second night in a row that thieves targeted that store. Another shoe store in the area, a nearby pharmacy, were also burglarized. All of these stores are about a mile from where the protest took place last night. It's not clear if it was people from those protests who were responsible for all the looting and vandalizing, or if it was others taking advantage of the chaotic situation downtown. Here's what one person told us he saw.
What I witnessed is just groups of, all ages, all women, men, young kids, everybody just out. And tools, some people had saws, electric saws, so they came prepared.
So protests are starting to break out all across America. Of course, Chicago had to get their punk ass in there. I heard they down there in Louisiana, different places, so on and so forth. So what are your thoughts about, I don't know if y'all are truly familiar with it, but what are y'all thoughts about what's happening in LA and how it's spilling over into the rest of America?
Well, first of all, my first initial reaction is you can tell that this isn't us. Okay, because never in the history of niggerdom have niggas broken into a deal store. Like that's that's the most Mexican shit ever. Niggas breaking instead of some man. That's insane. Second of all, my second observation is this is the Democrat version of January 6th. Okay, so as much as they talk shit about y'all, this is the equivalency of it. And to me, they doing it way worse. Well, way better in this case. So
what do you mean by better? What is better?
Well, they actually destroying shit. Like they actually causing havoc. Yeah, and my third observation is black people, sit this one out. This one ain't us. I don't know why the fuck cuz who gave the interview was out there. Black and brown people, we are not the same. Don't you ever forget when we was marching for civil rights, you ain't see no Mexicans in them lines. All right, listen, sit this one out, black people. This one ain't us. Sit it out. That's all I got to
say. Carrie, thoughts?
2K raises some valid points, but I don't see the purpose in all of this. It's not going to change anything. If anything, you're giving Trump and the border czar, and you're giving them more ammunition to come and crack down and do the very thing you protesting against. You're making it easier because 9 times out of 10, a bunch of them that are out there are probably illegal, probably don't got their papers. So to me, it's foolish. It's foolish.
Yeah. Quinn?
You muted, bro.
You're muted, bro. You gotta unmute yourself.
I rebuke. I don't know nothing about this. All I saw was some Adidas laying on the
Do you
ground.
not know anything about the biggest story that is happening in social media and across the United States?
Man, I just
What are you doing?
I watch softball and I watch basketball.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's the top of the college football game cycle. So I get it,
No.
you did.
And I'll play my video game.
Yeah, but it's kind of crazy, bro. Like what I hate about this shit is when they got the other flags out there, bro. Like that shit that kind of piss me off. And I ain't no patriotic dude. I'm not no America. I'm not no dude like that. But that's kind of defeating the purpose. Like, why you riding with Mexico and Argentina flags? Go back over there, my nigga. That's kind of Trump even offering you money to go back.
That's a valid
point. I believe that's because when you allow for people to be comfortable for too long, they start to feel entitled. And so for a long time, nothing has ever happened. Nobody has ever been held accountable. Now, these motherfuckers actually believe that they got the same rights as us. They believe that they can come over here with size 12 shoes, with perfect immunity. And part of it is the environments that they exist in. So if you over in California, the laws has been soft for so long. The governor is a bitch. The mayor is a slut. Like they all weak and nobody actually stands up and does anything. And so now you got the inmates running around acting like everything is cool. They not even doing nothing. They told the Los Angeles Police Department to just stand down and just chill out. Meanwhile, businesses is being burned down, cars is on fire, graffiti is everywhere, motherfuckers is looting stores and all of this stuff. And if it's not for Trump stepping in, I just, you know, I'm amazed at how weak we've become as a nation. And, you know, I just don't get it, bro. Like you and I, if we did something that we're not supposed to do, we got to be held accountable for that shit. I'm just talking about regularly breaking the law on some stuff. These motherfuckers is just out here doing shit. They burning up whole cars. Seen a motherfucker throwing rocks at a convoy of police vehicles. Like we was in Iraq or something. They throwing rocks, bro. That's crazy to me. And it makes me even more. It makes me more angry. Like, yeah, get these motherfuckers out of here, bro.
Now, see what it is, Anton? It's the other 49 states that feel like that, or the other 47 because it's not. See, I've been hearing this from a lot of people from Cali. Cali think that they can secede from America.
Let them. They'll fail.
And be okay. Like they were throwing out numbers like we got the fourth largest.
They don't believe that shit. They don't
believe
that
shit. Bro, I'm telling you, you should have seen
man,
the folks in the comments.
He was just begging for money from Trump for the wildfires, bro.
That's what I was telling them.
He was
and I'm not
begging
even
for
a
money,
politician type of dude.
And they running a deficit. California is running, depending on the year, it could be anywhere from $10 to $20 billion a year deficit, bro. Los Angeles by itself is running a $1 billion budget deficit, bro. Don't believe that shit, bro. They was giving out free health care to undocumented migrants, bro. They was giving out help. They was trying to create loans to get these people houses and stuff, man. It's so disrespectful. It's the most, and the taxpayers is the ones that foot the bill. It's the most disrespectful thing ever. You're gonna take Americans' money and give it to people that can't even fucking vote. And the worst part about it is the Californians keep on voting in people like Gavin Newsom and stuff, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
It's weird. It's just a weird situation for me, man. I just don't understand how we tolerate it. And then it's like black women, like when they gonna shut the fuck up about every issue trying to be a part of the gang? Like why they always gotta join in and be the ones to be a part of some shit that ain't even got nothing to do with them?
You talking about Doshi?
Yeah, all of them, they just standing for shit that ain't got. Just shut the fuck up for 5 minutes. This ain't even got nothing to do with y'all. Finally, y'all the ones that's getting your head kicked in. You safe from deportation. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, why y'all standing with these people?
Because we gave them the right to speak, but they never had to fight for the shit. I keep telling y'all, bro,
Weird, man.
we got to bring back hands back. The fact that women can speak so freely about something that they had no participation in obtaining is insane to me. It's terribly insane. Why do you feel like you got a say so on what anything military got going on? And if some shit pop off, your funk ass gonna be somewhere hiding in the house.
I just don't know why they feel like they need to join in on this like to support these people.
Cause
I don't get it.
it's niggas like Slimmy, bro. Bring the backhands back.
I have nothing to do with that.
You
What
let
are
them
your
talk.
thoughts, Slimmy?
I'll be honest, man. I mean, I just think these like the first stages of World War III. I'm gonna be very honest. Very honest. All this shit started with the last regime. I think it's some anarchists in charge that's really pulling the strings to have this shit being done. Because it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. How you get all these people here? How you let all these people get here, right? For one thing. Who would sign off on that to let these people get here? Like, I get it. It's the melting pot. But just to let them in freely and to continue to let them in. And then when you're trying to really like make this shit go away and recorrect everything, it's pushback. That makes no sense. It's anarchists, real life anarchists. They want controversy. They want the fucking world to burn. They pulling strings to have this shit happen. I seen that shit with my own eyes during the George Floyd protests. It wasn't no black people tearing shit up. I'm gonna keep it a grand with you. I was out there. It was all black people standing around. I was out there, literally. Next thing you know, I seen some white kid. It's all these white people in all black. They got on all black. They
Antifa.
got red rags. They got red rags on. This white kid out of nowhere, he just took a skateboard and bashed a police kiosk. Just bashed the windows out. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing? I'm like, hey.
You talking about the Antifa, bro. These are people who are literally.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
They're anarchists. That's what they are. They can be labeled whichever way you want. They're anarchists. And they got, I'm pretty sure they got paid to do that shit because it's thousands of them standing out there, dog. Why are they there? They had nothing to do with it. Why are they there? And then it gets reported that it's black people tearing shit up. Yeah, it eventually was. It eventually was because they saw all these other people tearing shit up. Like they was throwing big ass stones in the fucking properties. Big ass boulders. Like, where does shit come from? I ain't never seen that shit in Cleveland a day in my fucking life. So, fast forward, these motherfuckers is just making greater steps to cause anarchy. They don't give a fuck. They just want to see the world burn. They don't give a fuck, man. There's no way.
Capturing a lot of Asians coming through the Air Force. Like a third Asian got caught with like some kind of fungal thing that they trying to smuggle in here that would affect food and shit like that, bro. So I don't know, man.
Man, that's what, man. This shit is so wild to me, man. It's just like it don't make no type of sense. Like when the first shit was first happening with the immigrants, I'm just like, wow, how could you support some shit like that? And we were on this platform. We was covering the 20,000 that they was getting, all that money they was giving them.
Facts.
I couldn't really believe that we was talking about that shit. I couldn't believe it because it's literally Americans right in this country struggling every day to make shit happen for themselves. And they ain't doing desperate shit. They really just struggling out here. And you giving foreigners thousands of dollars. You giving them houses. You doing all this shit. I just don't understand. How could it happen?
Yeah, I agree.
So it got to be somebody pulling the strings. Because why the fuck would you give pushback when you're trying to correct a major issue with too many people that aren't supposed to be here. They aren't supposed to be here. We're not talking about the ones that went through the steps to be here. We talking about people that came over here illegally as fuck.
Yeah.
And they start doing wild shit when they're here. Them motherfuckers was killing dogs, doing all type of wild shit down in Springfield.
And they tried to act like these niggas wasn't actually doing that shit too, bro.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say that.
They tried to play it like, nah, they wasn't
like
doing
that
that.
shit never happened, like it was fake. Like, no, I saw real black people that looked concerned. Like they was shook. Like, you don't see black people shook and shit often. But when you start seeing black people like, hey man, I don't know what the fuck going on. This shit getting weird though. Like, nigga, like this shit, it's very much getting weird. All this shit is correlated. I don't care what nobody say. It's a lot of evil people that's in cahoots with this shit, and they are coordinating this shit. And it don't really matter what the government does because they supersede the government. They got the money, and they got the means, and they got the resources, and they have the evil black heart to do it. And it just hasn't been this open. They haven't been this open. Whatever they was doing, they kept that shit on the black market. They kept this shit behind closed doors. But now they just like, fuck that, man. We about to do what the fuck we want to do. We about to run this shit up. And this shit looking ugly. And that's another thing. Somebody typed that shit about Walmart. All those Walmarts, they about to start turning into all those old Walmarts that used to be by your house. They about to start turning them into military grounds. Watch. Please believe
in
that.
this conspiracy theory bag today.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that shit.
No. That ain't no conspiracy theory. Why the motherfucking ceiling so high on a regular ass store?
What do you mean, Slimmy?
The ceilings for the Walmarts are extremely high for a regular ass.
It's a warehouse.
Walmart, not a regular store, bro.
It's a warehouse.
Hey man, listen. They had two of them in Cleveland, Ohio. They were major. They made a lot of money. All of a sudden, motherfuckers just start shutting down out of nowhere. They gave all these weird ass reasons talking about this. They was built on
a reservation,
some kind of weird ass piping, and they shut it down. They shut down the Walmart, but everything else is still there. Everything else is still there.
It's a warehouse store though, Slimmy.
Right. It's
that
warehouse.
might depend on the locations too, though, because like our Walmarts down here ain't shutting down anytime soon. So
you'll see.
Maybe it depends. But aren't all big box stores high ceiling?
Yeah.
High ceiling? I thought.
You'll see.
Now I'm be in Walmart checking how high the ceiling is.
I know the reception bad in that bitch. Every Walmart got some bad reception in it.
Slimmy be on it, and then I'll be like, Slimmy, wait a minute. What you mean?
I don't know. They got the right president today.
We gonna see.
I wanna I'm not a like a pill person or nothing like that, but I want to be high around Slimmy. He gonna probably like give me some shit to think about.
I've been around Slimmy drunk. Hey, Slimmy was running through the lobby, man. Oh,
yeah. What are you talking about? Don't need any drugs.
Slimmy was running through the lobby drunk that night,
bro. I was not running through no lobby.
He's running through the lobby.
You said what, Carrie, about drugs?
I said you don't need to do any drugs.
What does that mean?
You don't need to be high. You don't need any added help to loosen your what do you call it? Inhibitions. You don't need any help, sir.
Anton, wake up with
you just keep you just keep your little sober self.
What's up, Molly?
No gummy.
Molly, what's up?
Hey everybody. How's
Molly,
everybody
what do you
doing?
think about these
Feeling okay?
protests,
Yeah,
these
I'm
riots?
Okay.
What do you think about these illegal migrants, these protests, these riots now starting to spread to other cities? What are your thoughts about that, Molly?
They're my cousins.
I think it's manufactured. I think they have to pay people and incentivize people to show up and to riot and to loot and to.
Do you think that this could be?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you got it.
That's
so I agree with I agree with Slimmy and what everybody else was saying. It's not, it's just manufactured. And I think it's about to usher in a whole, like this whole digital prison that they're trying to put us in. So I think that's
Do,
the next step.
do you think that this could be a first stage of a coup, Anton?
Nah, I don't. I think that what it does, I think that they're playing right into the Republicans' hands. Because one thing that Republicans have been asking for is more money to deal with these motherfuckers. Um, and so as we they put together this budget and they talk about building more walls and all of this stuff. You see, one of the things that Republicans that are pushing back that was saying, hey, we need to lower the bill so that we can eat into the deficit and stuff like that. One of their things is, well, maybe we don't need money at the border wall because we've already stopped the flow of migrants into the country by doing other stuff and stuff like that. But what this does is this this gives the money, and this is the resource that you then can use to justify, nah, we want this money so that we can then do some real shit. And they don't understand, bro. Like they really gonna fuck around and find out